Wow, wow. Good evening, Kenya. My goodness, what a delight it is to be here tonight. Thank you so much for having me tonight and also for tuning in. It definitely is, it feels great to be here. I have found a new home, as you can see, a very, very beautiful studio right here on TV 47. The show, as you've seen all over social media, and of course the billboards everywhere, is this Friday with Betty. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so happy that you made time to join us tonight. Now, my lovely audience, it has been 4 years since I graced your screens. Well, I can't believe how time flies. I have truly, truly missed you. Well, tonight, I am so excited and happy to be back in a home that is so good to me, home that is called TV 47, with a brand new show this Friday with Betty. Now, over the last 4 years, I have gone through self-growth, self-discovery, and a lot of learning. I've had many triumphs and challenges too, but isn't that what life, what actually makes life spicy and exciting? After all is said and done, I'm back to my favorite stage. Well, let's meet here every single Friday for a good time. And talking about a good time, I want to introduce somebody who I'm telling you, you will love, you'll be excited to see. Somebody who we've had an on-air relationship for 6 years, and that's none other than Willis, the word master. I feel like actually just ululating because it's so amazing to have this guy back. Proper pronunciations, the word master, the Queen's language, all that. Willis, I don't know if you can hear me. How are you doing tonight?
Betty, that punch and that way of starting the bulletin is exactly what you are known for. And now on TV 47, and I love it, Betty.
Oh my goodness, Willis, it's so good to see. Do you know it actually has been 6 years since we are on air together, and it feels like we both took, a sabbatical leave.
It happened, Betty. Sometimes when you take some leave, it really gives you some good time. But here we are back and ready to do it the very, very way that I know that TV 47 fans or viewers have really been expecting.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Willis. I'm looking forward to learning from you tonight. I'm sure the whole country is excited that you're back on air right here on TV 47 this Friday with Betty. I'm sure we're going to have a great, great journey here together. And you know what? As always, we want, the audience at home, if you have any words that you want us to, touch on, delve into during the show, just start tweeting us, actually on X. It's been so long since, I was on air. So make sure that, you use the hashtag this Friday with Betty, and we'll be able to just take a look at those words, during the show together with Willis, the word master. And, talking about a great show, we have something lined up for you. A lot of excitement, actually, I've seen online. This guy, people call him controversial, others call him the drama king. I don't know what to say. I want to invite Mumias East to Member of Parliament, Peter Salasa. You look so good.
Thank you so much.
You look so good. Pole. Yoni salamu ya mluya kabisa. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, sure.
No way. Those are mine? Those are mine?
Yeah, this is yours.
Tell me about it.
First of all, I decided that when you gave me a platform to come and grace this, your first show, I said that I have to present these nice flowers on the behalf of the Kenyans who have been missing you on the screen, and to show that Kenyans are happy. Because I used to learn a lot of English.
Okay.
Now, because I've seen, it's called
Willis, the word master.
Now I'm going to be very sharp in the parliament. The kind of English I'm going to speak in the parliament, people will be surprised. Yeah, I mean, you too. Kando na hiyo, I've also carried you some chocolate to show the love from the Kenyans.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, and then there is also a letter that you'll read on your own at your own time, and then you'll tell Kenyans.
Well, is it written, handwritten by you?
It's printed, definitely. Yes.
Printed.
Yes.
Okay, can I have my gifts then?
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my goodness, this is so lovely, and the flowers.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, guys, thank you so much on behalf of Kenya.
On the behalf of Kenya.
All right, when you put on your social media that karibu sana Betty, I was like so touched. I was like, And you used to be my fan.
Yeah, I used to be your fan all the way. I don't know since when.
Usiseme what account miaka.
Yes. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much. So you know what you're going to do?
Yes.
You have a seat there so you can watch the news live.
Sure, thank you.
You can have a seat there, enjoy yourself. We'll be coming back to you. I mean, this is such a wonderful welcome back. And listen, I appreciate all the beautiful messages I've seen online, everywhere, in traffic. I really appreciate the love. It's going to be a fantastic ride right here on TV47, and I promise you it's going to be one of a kind. Thank you so much. This is such a nice way to start the show. All right, guys, want to get straight into the news bulletin? Let's start right now. All right, and welcome. Let's begin the news tonight. Now, police in Athi River, Machakos County, are investigating the gruesome murder of a popular Ohangla dancer, 38-year-old Sheila Odoyo, who was found murdered in her matrimonial bedroom on Thursday with deep cuts on the throat. And as Elizabeth Atieno reports, the husband to the deceased has now been identified as a suspect in the murder.
Reports from the Athi River police station indicate that the fatal incident was reported by one Benjamin Masila, a resident of Hillview Estate, who revealed to authorities that there was a body lying at house number 27 of the said estate. Police and investigating officers rushed to the crime scene where they confirmed their worst fears after discovering the body of the deceased 38-year-old Sheila Odoyo, popularly known as Sheila Wegesha, who was found in a pool of blood on her matrimonial bed. The deceased daughter, Linda Akinyi, aged 18, has explained that she learned of her mother's fatal demise around 1 p.m. Thursday when she made her way to her room to serve her lunch. Akinyi has further revealed to investigating officers that her father, namely Jackson Odongo, aged 45, who has since been identified as the main suspect in the murder case, left home around 1 p.m. that fateful afternoon, driving a Mitsubishi Outlander with the number plate KDM 798M. The vehicle has since been traced in Nairobi city center next to Kencom, with investigations establishing that the suspect parked the car at around 2:30 a.m. and gave the night parking attendant 450 Kenya shillings as parking fees in case he did not return. The suspect's last phone signal was recorded in Narok at 6:26 a.m. before his phone went off. The late Sheila Wegesha is said to have owned a liquor store in Umoja Estate, which she ran with the help of her husband. The body has been moved to Shalom Community Hospital mortuary awaiting autopsy, even as police dig in to establish the motive behind the murder. Elizabeth Atieno, TV47, Nairobi.
All right, now tonight, some of the affected victims of flooding in the country have raised concerns of not having received the compensation promised by the president. Those in school say that they have until Sunday to vacate the camps, while those in other camps have been issued with notices to leave. Our reporter Sheila Chelengat highlights their plight as the future for them now seems so bleak.
Kila boma serikali tutawapatia shilingi 10,000 ya kutafuta makao mahali mtakaa mkingojea mpango ya serikali.
A promise that gave most of the affected families hope, who for 3 weeks have been forced to camp in some schools and even marketplaces to shelter themselves from the fury of Mother Nature. This market in Mathare that is still under construction has been home to these affected families. Using stalls as alternative shelter, they live here with the little that was salvaged.
Hakuna chochote, Nimekaa hapo kwa stall na watoto. Na kuna chakula, hata chakula ikikuja inakuja siwezi fikia mtu kama mimi.
Now it's a race against time, as 3 days is all they've got as per a notice they received from the management here.
Hatujui tutaanza wapi mtoto akienda shule. Sasa ni Monday ni shule. Akienda shule kurudi ataingia wapi? Na huku pia tunatolewa. Na tunahangaika hivi.
The promised help also seems like a distant reality to them for now. They are yet to receive it.
Na hiyo 10,000 hatujaipata. Tujaona mavuno ya kuandika hizo numbers, namba ya ID, namba ya simu tushaandika mara mingi.
Their request to the government is an increase in the compensation amount, basing it on the tough economic times.
Mimi sina hata hiyo uwezo ya kwenda kukomboa nyumba ya 3,500 ama 4,000. Pale nilikuwa nalipa kijiji aidha 1,500. Hiyo ndio uwezo yangu.
For now, they cling to hope, waiting to see if help arrives before their time at the temporary shelter runs out. With many of the affected residents having received notices to vacate the camps, their call to the government is to keep its promise and hasten its efforts. Sheila Chelangat for TV47 in Mathare, Nairobi.
As students continue to prepare to return to school on Monday, Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Belio Kipsang, has outlined criteria that will guide school administrators to ensure that students and parents return to school without any problems. Ruga Eval explains.
The Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Belio Kipsang, through a circular has outlined instructions for receiving students on Monday when schools reopen. First, there is confusion regarding the timing of the second term's closing date, as Kipsang's directives conflict with those of the Cabinet Secretary Education Ezekiel Machogo, who stated that the August holiday period would be prolonged to make up for lost time due to postponement of the school opening date. According to Kipsang, teachers should plan and rearrange lessons to make up for the lost time. Additionally, school administrators, stakeholders, and teachers should convene a meeting to discuss how students will be received on that fateful day. Teachers will also be required to prepare and submit a report on the school's condition to Deputy Sub-County Directors of Education. Similarly, Belio Kipsang emphasized that all students must be given opportunity to return to school without any hindrances such as uniform exemption and payment of fees, especially for students from families displaced by floods. Kipsang emphasizing that if there are students who need to be re-registered from other schools, school administrators should approve their registration without demanding the outlined items. Kipsang stated that teachers and parents must ensure the safety of students when reporting to and leaving school. He explained that children resuming to boarding schools should be ferried between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Also, Kipsang reiterated that school administrators must conduct a comprehensive assessment of toilets, fields, and walls for repairs if necessary. Where normal learning time may be disrupted by heavy rains and flooding, the day schools should determine the appropriate reporting and departure time for learners. This can be guided by the age and level of the learners. All schools are also expected to maintain cleanliness to avoid outbreaks of diseases resulting from dirty water, establish an emergency service center to deal with disasters if they occur. On their part, parents continue to express concerns and suggest that many schools are not ready to receive students, also fearing the routes their children will take to get to school. Ruga Eval, TV47.
All right, so that brings us to the first part for the first part of our show tonight. We want to take a short commercial break. We'll be back. And remember, up ahead, we have great things lined up. That conversation with Mumias East Member of Parliament, Peter Salasa. And of course, you've seen that Willis the Word Master is back. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali. Ni
nikuwe na Nissan kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus nikoniwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
All right, and welcome back to This Friday with Betty. Glad that you're still here. Let's just continue with the news. And as a country grapples with the loss of over 200 people in the deadly floods, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has now termed climate change as a national security threat. He has added that the cumulative number of deaths through floods is almost the same as the total number of deaths by terrorism attacks in the country. Vera Alberta with the details.
Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has now termed climate change and its devastating effects a national security threat after the loss of 258 people to the floods.
Ni tisho kubwa sana katika usalama wetu. Hata wale magaidi tunapigana nao hawajaua watu wengi hivyo katika miaka ambayo imetangulia hapa.
Speaking during a tree planting session at Saku, Marsabit County, Kindiki has asked Kenyans to reclaim the environment.
Let us take environmental protection seriously. It's not a joke.
While at the same time urging them not to endanger their lives.
Wachana na tabia ya kuhatarisha maisha yako ati ndio ufike nyumbani. Lala hapo kando ya maji hapo mpaka asubuhi.
President William Ruto, who led the tree planting session at Kiambicho Forest in Murang'a County, has also reiterated the need for Kenyans to embrace environmental conservation.
Matatizo haya ya kiangazi na mafuriko yanaletwa na mambo ya mazingira. Ni sote tuungane siku ya leo, kila mtu apande miti 50 mahali yupo.
At the same time, Kindiki has reminded the people encroaching on government forest land to vacate in a bid to increase forest cover and mitigate effects of climate change.
Some of them, we are told, managed to get fraudulent, illegal title deeds. And we are not going to respect any title deed that has been issued against the law.
Friday, 10th of May was gazetted as a public holiday by the president in memory of the lives that were lost in the devastating floods and mudslides. Vera Alberta, 247.
Now, Kenya's plan to plant 15 billion trees in 10 years seems to be taking shape as the country embarked on planting more trees in different parts of the country on Friday, following President William Ruto's announcement that May 10 be a public holiday for Kenyans to plant trees, as Chichi Josephine now tells us.
After President William Ruto declared Friday, May 10, a public holiday to mark the National Tree Growing Day and to remember Kenyans who have died from floods, Kenyans came out in larger numbers in different parts of the country to plant trees. In Nakuru County, Cabinet Secretary Eden Duale led the tree planting exercise in Sururu Forest in Mau, where he noted that KDF will plant more than 2.8 million trees in different parts of Nakuru.
As Kenya Defence Forces, we are committed. We will make sure that the 15 billion is achieved. And this particular forest, we are supposed to plant before the end of the year 2.8 million.
In Homa Bay County, Road CR's Kipchumba Murkomen during the exercise declared total support to rehabilitate the Gembe forest and to take it back to its lost glory by adopting the Homa Bay main water tower, which is home to indigenous trees found at the Gembe forest.
Wizara ya uchukuzi yenye ninasimamia na barabara tumekubaliana hii msitu ni yetu mpaka ijae miti. Sisi tumeadopt hii forest imekuwa yetu permanently mpaka ijae miti.
Elsewhere in West Pokot County, Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nahumencha, alongside other leaders, targeted to plant over 25,000 tree seedlings, but only managed 15,000 of them, as more than 10,000 tree seedlings holes were washed away by floods which were caused by heavy rains being witnessed in the area.
Our target ilikuwa 25,000 trees, but we have gotten a challenge that the holes that were dug yesterday were washed away by the heavy rains of last night. So what we have managed to plant today is about 15,000.
Foreign Affairs PS Roslyn Jogo led the tree planting exercise in Koto's Kirinyaga County, where she asked the public to take advantage of the rains to plant trees to help mitigate the effects of climate change.
Ni muhimu tuweze kupanda na kulea miti ndio tuweze kupambana na haya mambo ya climate change.
In Lamu County, Minerals and Blue Economy CS Salim Vuria, during a tree planting exercise, urged the communities in Lamu and Tana River to avoid building shelters along water bodies to avoid the effects of floods.
Wito ni kwamba tunapoendeleza maisha yetu ya ujenzi na kuwa na mashamba, tuhakikishe tunapeana nafasi ya zile riparian areas. Tusiwe tunajenga sehemu ambazo maji yanapitia.
And in Mombasa, the PE's Department of Transport Duncan Hoda, who represented CS Murkomen, emphasized on the importance of developing measures to curb the effects of climate change.
The only thing you can do for your country is to make it better than you found it. And you can only make it better by making sure that you improve on environment by planting trees.
Chichi, Josephine TV 47.
Now, divisions arose during the hearing of the impeachment motion against Agriculture CS Mithika Linturi by the National Assembly's Select Committee, following a request by sponsor of the motion, Bumala MP Jack Wamboka, to have the Agriculture PS appear before the committee. Wamboka wanted the PS to shed light on the matter after his name was adversely mentioned during the hearings. And as our reporter, senior political reporter Elizabeth Mutuku reports, the Agriculture CS, through his counsel, insists that nothing in the motion links CS Linturi to the fake fertilizer in the country.
For agriculture.
After 2 days of back and forth on the impeachment motion against Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi, the hearings conducted by 11-member Select Committee, which set out on a fact-finding mission, finally led to the members getting all the sides of the case.
We will resume.
However, a heated debate was witnessed during the committee hearings yesterday night on whether or not to call Agriculture PS Kiprono Rono to shed light on the fake fertilizer saga after his name was adversely mentioned during the hearings, a request which was dismissed through a vote, leading to some MPs boycotting the committee sessions.
Totally capable of protecting myself if any allusion to anything is made. So I do not require any protection. Okay, is over there, I am here.
So, Chair, then I'll need protection because they are psychologically affecting me.
Motion sponsor Bumula MP Jack Wamboka and his lead counsel John Haminwa stating that CS Linturi remains accountable for the fake fertilizer in the country and failing to protect farmers, adding that no way he can link himself from the saga and therefore he should be impeached.
Fake fertilizers were put on the market. It speaks for itself that the Ministry of Agriculture is accountable. We don't need even evidence at all. And it goes further and says that the minister or the cabinet minister is accountable. And he should be the one who should be found responsible. Nobody else at all. We don't have.
The minister says there was no fake fertilizer. He says it was substandard. Substandard is another meaning for fake. not true, ingenuine, counterfeit, sham. Mr. Minister, these are just English vocabulary. There is fake fertilizer in the market. Many ways of killing a rat. Some would use rat and rat. Some would burn the house. I would sit on the rat and it will die.
On the other hand, Mithika Linturi, through his counsel, put a spirited fight while poking holes on the motion, arguing that the sponsor of the motion failed to link CS Linturi with the fake fertilizer scandal, and thus the committee should consider exonerating him.
And here it is being invoked in the most frivolous, in the most trivial manner, because Linturi is, after all, such a bad guy. Where is the evidence, I dare ask? And I repeat, where is the evidence that supports either allegation 1 or allegation 2 or allegation 3?
Linturi is facing 3 charges against him that include gross violation of the Constitution, committing a crime under national law, as well as gross misconduct.
The fate of Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mithika Linturi now hangs with the 11-member committee, even as they retreat to write a report which is expected to be presented in the House next week. Elizabeth Motuko, TV 47.9.
All right, so let's now take a look at the sports of the day. The 4th round of the Europe Day Kenya football tournament takes place this Saturday and Sunday at Upper Hill High School in Nairobi County. Now, the under-18 boys and girls competition has attracted 16 teams, out of which 2 will qualify for the finals. The girls category in the Nairobi preliminaries comprises of Dagoretti Mixed, Olympic Kibera, Huruma, Beth Mugu Mwangaza Makongeni, and Our Lady of Fatima. The other squads are Dagoretti Highway, Brown Hill, hosts Upper Hill, Jamhuri, Aquinas, Raila Educational, and Githurai Secondary. 2 winners will join other 6 teams in the finals to be played at Ulinzi Sports Complex next Friday, the 17th of this month. Overall champions will fly to Romania for a training camp, amongst other prizes for the top teams and players.
We want to make sure that we give them this opportunity, that they are able to compete, that they meet others, that they get the visibility, and that maybe if they have some dreams to continue in this particular career track, they start to move in that direction. We are working with a football academy here in Kenya, and they always look for new talent.
European imetusaidia kunacha juu hiyo talent ya women mostly wanajua women wa G-ball, wanajua men are the most perfect in football. So European Union imetusaidia tunaenda kuonyesha talent zetu kimajuu.
European Union tournament, it has supported our talent because we have managed to play with different teams, and I think right here we were having some scouts which were able to pick 1 or 3 team members from our team.
Dubai Challenger Series top try scorer Patrick Odongo has returned to the national sevens team roster ahead of the final round of HSBC Sevens Challenger 2024, while veteran Haman Humar secured his first slot in the team this season. Meanwhile, the national women's sevens rugby team must clear 2 hurdles for a chance to qualify for this year's Paris Olympics. The qualifiers will take place in Poland and in Spain in the next 2 months. The Lionesses have set up camp at Kasarani Stadium before they depart for Warsaw next week. Our sports reporter Fiona Echieng with the details.
The Lionesses will be in Poland from the 17th of May before their assignment in Spain from the 21st of June. The squad is in residential training at Kasarani Stadium in Nairobi County.
Yeah, we've played twice. We know what's up there. So we've tested the blood, so we have to go for it again. So we're going all out we don't want to leave anything because it's the last chance for us to qualify for this year Olympics.
Coach Paul Murunga and his team depart for Warsaw next week.
We don't look at the negative side. Every coach, I believe, goes into battle looking at the possibility, the positive side of things. We look at qualifying. We look at qualifying for the circuit. We look at still proceeding to the Olympics.
Fiona Achieng, TV47 Sports.
All right, and that brings us to the end of part 1 of our news bulletin tonight. The show is this Friday with Betty, and I want you to join us right here on this massive screen. Let me just check up on Mhesh. Mhesh, you're doing okay?
Yeah.
You enjoying the news?
Very.
I can see you're comfortable.
Yes.
All right, so Mhesh, you know what? People are talking about this conversation that you and I will be having in a few. So I just want us to take a look at this super screen of ours. There you go. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay. Oh my goodness, just look at that, the first one that comes to the screens. All right, so let's just take a look at exactly what is trending. Let me just come over here. All right, let's go. All right, so that is the hashtag. Actually, I'm seeing TV47 over there. All right, let's just wait for that to load. Look at that, Mesh, your picture comes first. Nani show yangu.
Hatari sana.
Hatari sana. There's a great artist who did this, and he's called Jose Ochiberi. You can see what he did. He did such a good job.
Sure.
All right, just take a look at this. Some of these tweets, man. Let's keep it on the straight. All right, there you go. Look at that picture of us. I'm sure this picture is going to be the talk of town this weekend. I didn't know you're a gentleman, Hesh.
I'm a gentleman, definitely yes.
You are. All right, let's just take a look at that. Thank you so much for all this amazing, welcome back messages. Oh my gosh, there are so many tweets over here. Somebody's saying, looking for the perfect blend of news and lifestyle content. Look no further than this Friday with Betty on TV47. It is everything you need for a fantastic night. I love that tweet. Thank you so much. That is IMPK254. All right, let's go to another tweet over here. Make TV time more enjoyable with this Friday. With Betty on TV47. Sit back, relax, and let Betty Callow guide you through an evening of informative content. Okay, my goodness, it's a lot, and I really appreciate you guys. And all the messages I'm also seeing on Instagram, Facebook, keep them coming. We'll be getting to, of course, see and hear more from you guys as we continue with the show. For now, we take a short commercial break, but when we come back, we'll be having a sit-down with Mumias East Member of Parliament, Peter Salasa. See you soon.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi tutakuletea viongozi aina mbalimbali.
Nikuwe na Nisani kama 10 na pia nikuwe menua minibus. Minibus niko niwa.
Kushinda unaangalia simu ya mzee. Soma Biblia ama ingia kwa washroom ujisugue. Mpaka nimetoa hivi.
I don't know whether any of my children would want to get into the political field. Sijajua bado.
Kila Alhamisi saa 1:30 kuendelea.
Join us on a journey through the concrete jungles and rising skylines, where every beam, every nail tells a story of progress and vision.
In every aspect of life,
you know, you have to look at several dynamics.
From groundbreaking.
Nowadays with the tech, you can check on different websites or you check online and you can see some inspiration. So at least that one would be a direction already. I'll know like what kind of style you're going for.
To finishing touches, witness the dedication of the hard-working teams who bring these ambitious dreams to reality. The Realtor, Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m.
Na safari hii katika Mfahamu Kiongozi
All right, and welcome back to This Friday with Betsy right here in the new home, TV 47. I love it here, and I can tell from social media, you love it too. Thank you so much for all the love we're getting online. We still have Willis the Word Master. Remember, that was a big surprise. Okay, of course, Mhesh was a surprise, but Willis the Word Master was also one of our biggest surprises for the night. Willis, you're still there? You're still intact, on standby?
Yes, I'm right here waiting for the real thing to be done. But there is something that has really caught my attention, Betty, and that is the humble, and I always call him a man of the people, Peter, and you don't say Peter, by the way, Betty. I have just said, I've said Peter because of what I hear people saying. You say Peter Salasa. Having him right there is a great thing, and it tells a lot. Betty, I'm waiting for the real job of helping people to know how to pronounce words. But always we have to remember that nobody, no human being in this world, Willis included, can be perfect.
Willis, you've never changed. It's actually such a nice thing. But I didn't understand the Peter. Or is it Peter and Peter? Hesh, how do you pronounce your name?
It depends with where I am. When I'm at home, they call Peter. Peter.
Or Petero. And when you're in Nairobi?
No, no. So when I'm, okay, that's, okay, like home. Home nyumbani, sasa nyumbani. Peter.
Alafu sasa ukitoka sasa.
Nikitoka nje ya sasa nyumbani, wanaita PK.
PK.
Salasa. Sasa nikikuja huku, so Salasa pia sasa ina pick from there. Sasa hata wewe kuna venye wanakuita home. Sasa ukitoka home kuna venye sasa.
Huko wanaitanga Betty.
Betty sasa. Betty.
Lakini Betty.
Sasa huko ni Betty. Check your story.
Check your story. It's nice to see. Thank you for taking a flight. You were in Mumias.
Yes.
In the constituency, you decided to take a flight to come for the show.
Sure.
Lazima ni appreciate. Na pia maua, chocolate, na hiyo barua lazima niende mahali. Kuna mtu amesema tuwekeo barua public.
Yeah, you should. You should read it public.
And can I tell you a funny fact?
Yes.
So your birthday is 15th January 1989. Is that so?
No, it's on 25th.
Oh, it's not 15th?
Yeah.
Basi kuna mahali alifanya mistake.
Kuna mahali alifanya mistake, yes.
But 35 years old?
Around 34 there.
34?
34, 33, yes.
Kwani inaenda ikienda nyuma?
Okay, so we are at, so if you're taking 89, right now is how many years?
You know, funny enough, I was also born in 89.
Oh, okay, so I'm older than you now.
You're older than me.
Yeah, so you were born which month?
15th March, 1989.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's okay.
Oh, it's okay, no problem.
No problem.
So let's not go to, your history. I was just reading about you, throughout the weekend. I mean, you've come from, grass to grace, from Libuini Secondary School.
Lubino Secondary, yes.
Shanderema. Ile sasa primary school.
Yes.
Did you ever think that, you'll get to a point where, first of all, when from Hesh, I can see now on social media, kuna magari, kuna manini. So many things have changed. What did you ever think about it when you're growing up?
I think when I was growing young, I didn't have a lot of things. And that is why I was never that serious with life. And that is why even when I started my education from primary to standard 3 there, I didn't see the need of education. That's why I was like, I didn't bother even to go to school. Like, I was just a stubborn boy. So, because now you see, like, there at home we have sugar industry. This one, they call them jaggeries. Yes. So we used to work and get money early. So you don't need the need of going to school, work hard and all that. So I never had any idea and all that. So that's why I decided to take a school aside and went back to take care of the cows. So that is what I used to do, and going to have fun because we used to have money. But
easy money.
Yes, easy money. Yes, definitely. Yes. But when it reached about, I stayed at home about 2 years because now you see you are in standard 4. You don't know how to read, you don't know how to write, you are just
like
there.
Like you dropped out of school in class 4?
Yes, in
Seriously?
class 4.
Aje sasa?
Hivyo to life ilikuwa ngumu because sasa kuandika composition ilikuwa shida. Kwanza siku ya kuandika composition, wanakuja mwalimu anaandika pale, sasa anaanza kusoma composition. Wewe hujui kuandika composition, unakopi jina ya mtu. Unaona mimi naangaliaga siku hizi watoto wako they are in grade 1 and mtoto akikuandikia insha akuandikia composition but sasa angalia class 4 class 5 hujui kuandika, hujui kuspell the word baba girl, you don't know. You see, so I decided to drop out of the school. But now when I was there after 2 years staying at home, something just came into my mind and said that no, I also need to be like others. For how long will I continue with this kind of life? Yeah. Then when I went back to school, I started now teaching myself how to...
Did you go back to class 4 or uliendelea na class?
Now, because now my friends, because they had gone ahead up to standard 6, I just say now, you just take me to class 5, at least I will try.
Ini shule gani unachagua?
Hiyo kitambo, by the way, you could just decide. Mimi naenda hii. Yeah, but at least now nilikuwa nimeshaanza kujua kusoma kidogo, baba, mama. Shule ile ongea.
Class 6.
Na unatafuta kamusi ile ya Kizungu na Kiswahili. Ile sasa nikapata ile. So wakikupatia jina father. So you see now the father, you know there is a father, right? So ya Kiswahili it will explain, it will show you how father. Now they just literally in Kiswahili.
Father.
Yeah, so you say father, right? It's very important thing. So nikajua kusoma by then kidogo nikarudi. Then now nikaanza kuwa serious. And then from there, I still now imagining whom should I become in my life. Yeah, so from there nikakuwa mwerevu, nikaanza kuperform.
Finally nikakuwa mwerevu.
Nikakuwa mwerevu. By the way, na nikuja nikaamini kunanga mtu mjinga kwa hiyo. Kama mimi saa hii, by the way, because walikuwa wakiitisha mtihani. Wakianza kuitisha mtihani. Mimi nilikuwa najuanga. Kwa shule yetu hatuko wengi. So we used to be like around 32. So wakianzia mbele. Alafu sasa unajua sometimes unajua mwalimu alikuwa pia number 1 Peter Salasa. Well, unajua where you belong. So from there like sasa unajua ilikuwa ni kama you are like, yani unafika mahali unasema hii dunia nilikosea nani? So because tulikuwa najua wakiitisha number 29, number 30, kama nimekosa number 29 niko number 30, kama nimekosa number 30 niko number 31 ama 32, hivyo ndio nilikuwa na run. So life ilikuwa normal, but it's all about the mindset.
Yes.
Nilikuja nika-realize it's about mindset. The moment you change your mindset, and even those people, I always tell, like in my constituent, those people who are taking alcohol, it's just about the mindset. They need just to realize themselves, the potential
that
they have.
Yeah.
So the moment I realized that the potential I have, that even I can also, because I didn't even know how to write, but nikakuja nikaanza kuperform vizuri. From there primary, nilikuanga tu number 1, number 2, number 3. Hivyo tu nikaenda boarding school, Lubinu Boys.
Yes.
But unfortunately kufika form 2, my father akapass. Yes. So kupass hivyo sasa ikakuwa life ikakuwa ngumu sana.
Okay.
So now I was like an orphan. Hivyo tu. So na si kuanga mtu kuongea, sijui hata kuongea
ilitoka wapi?
Sijui hata ilitoka wapi. Nilikuanga tu mtu wa kunyamaza tu na kusoma, because yani nilikuwa najua nisipoenda university maze life yangu sasa itakuwa hivyo.
Alafu that spirit of yours, you have this unwavering spirit, because ukafika university, you vied for a seat, ukashindwa, ukajaribu tena, like your spirit is always about ile come back and always trying.
Yeah.
So how was your time in Egerton University? How was it? Just
life was very tough, because I remember there was a brother who was to pay for me, but unfortunately the first year nakafutwa kazi, job ikaenda. So from there now life ikakuwa very hard, because now tulikuwa nakaa kwa nyumba tu ya mabox, by the way, pale, so hapo Nakuru. So you see life yani ni ups and down.
Yes,
so sometimes but God is faithful.
Yeah.
I used to pray that God maybe may remember me, kwa sababu umekuwa huko, umetoka kwa village ati mazee niko kwa campus, sasa unaenda kurudi nyumbani, unakuwa disappointment.
Yes, exactly.
But wakati when I decided that nikaenda kwa shule, and I want to thank Egerton so much. Nikaambia mazee, mimi venye mnaniona hivi ndio venye niko. Nilikuwa navanga makoti zingine watu wanaonanga zina trends nafikanga hivi. Hiyo suit nilikuwa napatiwa. Hiyo zenye wananipatianga hizo unapiga na ndula zingine zenye hata azieleki. So nikaambianga hivyo, so akanielewa. So I tried to vie for the director academics, nikaanguka kura. It was so painful, by the way. But wakati nilianguka kura, niliji-encourage, nika-heal, because sometimes kuanguka kura is very painful. So I healed, and then after 1 year, because we used to vie after every 1 year.
Yes.
So nikarudi.
Okay.
So because now from there I didn't have money, I didn't have anything, but I used to have a program ya kutembelea ma street children wa Nakuru. So I talked to the students pale, naambia wanachangisha manguo na tunaenda kuwaona pale Nyayo.
Okay.
So that is what I used to do, wakanijua hivyo. So wakati ilifika hiyo time, na mayo mikodi yangu hiyo kubwa hiyo mrefu wakanipigia kura.
Wakakupigia kura. Sasa tukiingia maneno ya kura, tukija sasa vile ulijoin politics. The first round ulipigwa.
So hata mimi sikuwa na idea ya kusimama kura uko home. But walikuwa wananiambia that you are a good guy. You are a good guy mwenye, yani you are people oriented. You are yani wewe ni mtu uko na huruma. You are merciful. You are merciful, right? Then wakaniambia you are a good person kabisa. So nikafanya nini? From there nilifanya nini?
Siko hapo. Siko hapo.
Sasa wakaniambia utakuwa MP. Sasa wakati atenda kwa MP.
Sasa ni constituency wako amekwambia hivyo.
Watu tu ma lecturer tuseme staff.
Yes.
So me I never used to take it very serious.
Yes.
So there was a time wakati niliitisha the MP who was there by that time. So wakati nilimuitisha kwa shule, so wakati uko unajua you are not at home, you don't know what is happening. So akakuja akatuambia maneno zingine, vitu zenye amefanya, vitu zenye ana plan. So wakati nilikuja nika-realize like even the issue of Mumias sugar hii ilikuwa. So akakuja kutudanganya. Kumbe when I finished the school, when I went back and find like it's not what he really meant. So I realized that there is a gap for the leadership in my constituency. Like wewe ukiwa, and there is a lot of things that needs to be done by a genuine person.
Yes.
So
and I've seen you doing those things, on the ground with your mamas, you're giving them seedlings, you're giving them, the bakeries, to try once. Izo ma business zao. What is your vision for, now that we're a new leader, you're seeing there was a gap in the leadership before. What is it that you want to do for the people of Mumias?
First of all, when I was campaigning, I had my own manifesto. My first manifesto was about Mumias Sugar.
Right.
Because I really wanted it to run. But now it didn't have a voice, a true voice that can really support its agenda, because there were so many cartels working against Mumias. Because you see now, when Mumias Sugar is not running, there are those people who are really gaining a lot.
Yes.
There are those who are importing sugar, there are those who are maybe sugar cane, whatever. They are taking a lot of advantage. But now when I used to address those issues, they saw that indeed this guy has what we wanted.
Okay.
And then I had told them about the issue to do with education, how I'm going to make education real in this constituency, how I'm going to empower people economically. Yeah, and I thank God that so far so good, because everything that I promised them that I will do as a member of parliament, indeed I've done.
You've done.
Yes.
And you're continuing to do it.
Yeah.
You have so many years to go.
Yeah, sure.
Now, coming back to, the way people know you, of course, you are one of the most popular, politicians we have around. Uko kwa social media, Facebook, pale ukeka kitu, 400 comments. Watu wanakushangilia sana. First of all, why did you decide to go so deep, into social media?
Let me tell you one thing. Being, I don't like using the word hustler. I want to use being a person from down there. You get to understand. You get to understand yourself.
Yes.
Because I remember when I was campaigning, I didn't have money to campaign.
Yes.
So which means that I was my own social media. I was my own blogger, right? So like, for example, I give someone a one-man show. I give someone a phone. If it's not, if it's your opponent, once you speak, then you go, he deletes everything. So he just, he takes your phone like that. So unapiga.
Actually, maybe her record.
Simu yako ile hack. So but mwingine ukipata ni mzuri, ananifanyia huruma, anachukua, then naenda nakaa kwa club fulani. Sikuwa nakunywa pombe. So nakaa tu pale like soda, na niko tu kwa wifi. Sasa natumanisha. So I love social media so much, because it gave me a platform ya kujulikana, that I'm also aspiring as a member of parliament. Yeah.
All right. There are people who feel like, okay, they love you, young people love you, but there are other people who criticize the lifestyle. They're like, pana umeheshima nzo unadunda sana, ama criticizing the lifestyle. Ulitoka hapa, now we are seeing cars, we are seeing all this. Kama nimeona juzi kuna jeep nimeona.
Yeah.
Hebu niambie specs ni gani hiyo jeep?
Yeah, hiyo ni hatari. Hiyo ni hatari kabisa. Hiyo ni hatari.
Okay, niambie hiyo jeep yako. Ulinunua juzi?
Juzi tu ile ndio hiyo ni jeep. Hiyo ni hatari sana. Hiyo ni ya Nairobi.
Ni huko Nairobi,
hiyo ni ya huku mavipindi ya huku. Alafu ile nyingine iko huko.
Na sasa, do you drive? Uliona juzi you started driving yourself?
Yeah, I started driving. Unajua sijajua ku drive. Sasa sikuwa najua, sasa ndio naanza pole because time ya kwenda driving school sina. So nikipata kwa driver wangu akiniambia leo uendesha yako kidogo, alafu naendesha. Unaweza pata mwingine hataki niendeshe. So ndio that's why it has taken too long for me not to drive.
Unataka kwenda driving school. But so tell me about watu wana criticize like hapana mheshimu sana dunda sana.
No, let me tell you, lazima in life you have to understand yourself.
Yes.
And I want to talk to someone there outside there. You have to understand yourself. Don't take life too serious. Know where to take your jokes, know where to be serious. Yeah, like for example, when I'm in the constituency, people know I'm a very serious person. Even there's a time I will laugh, I will do what, but if I know that this is a serious matter, I will, and that is why it's good to balance. Unakuja napiga kiki kwa mtandao, napiga nini, hata kwa mama, you should be always somebody who is very joyful. Lakini unajua kupanga kazi yako. Najua hii ni time yangu ya kwenda kuburudika kidogo na vijana wangu. Najua ni time ya kutembea hivi, kidogo, time ya kazi. Unaona, like kama leo yote, the whole of this week I've been very busy. Sasa nikikaako mahali kidogo nikipiga nikidance, kwani iko shida? Na ukinitusi unatusi nani? So you don't tusi mimi, you don't, yani nataka yani mimi naishi freestyle. Naishi freestyle. Yani na mimi sipendi kupretend. Yani nakaa venye nakaa. Because even mimi nikiwa mbunge pia mimi ni human being. Kama it's just like you. It's just like you to say, for example, where you are a presenter.
Yes.
You know your work. There is your time you'll be on the screen.
Yeah.
There is time also you also have to have your own stuff to do. And that is life.
It is life. Kuburudika
kidogo. Na usipokuburudika si high blood pressure itakushika. Utakufa. Sasa unakaa kidogo, unacheka, unafanya mambo yako. Unakuwa serious. Sasa
how do you deal with wale watu wa social media unasema manzi hapana, you know, comments kuna so many different, kuna watu wanakupenda, wengine hawataki kuona.
Unajua social media iko na mambo yake. You must have a tactic to handle, to control. Inaitwa damage control. Lazima uwe na
nasikia ni kama niko shule.
Damage control, lazima ujue. Because ukifanya kitu kama hii, kama nilikuwa nimeweka hapo drink yako na kunywa, niko nataka kudeliver message. Na unajua lazima message sasa mpaka message ukideliver inakala, lakini wewe usifanye, mimi ndio nafanya. Sasa mimi hiyo ni yangu mambo. Unajua sasa nyinyi watu wa media mko na shida sana. Sio kama sisi. Nyinyi hamna platform ya kwenda kuchecheta. Because you see you don't have a platform, but now you also have to know how to so there are things that you just have to assume.
Yes.
Sasa nyinyi mna assume. Unajua kuna ile kitu inaitwanga there is a weapon in keeping silent.
Yes.
Sasa kama wewe nyinyi sasa watu wa media they need to keep silent. Wewe unaacha wanaongea watatulia. Sasa na sisi utaongea kama kuna wengine yenye nitarespond, kuna wengine nacheka. Na tunaishi hivyo. Na tunapenda hivyo.
Sasa very quickly lakini very quickly kuna top searches. We Google about Peter Salasa. Have you ever Googled yourself? That actually took very quickly. We did like the top searches for him, for his name. Nataka uangalie.
Weka tuone.
Kwanza. Hebu tuambie umaana. Peter Salasa wife, Peter Salasa net worth, Peter Salasa house, Peter Salasa today, Peter Salasa married. Ingine ni payslip. Hapo tuambie kwanza maneno ya wife. Niliona unatafuta na vile wasina wengi Kenya.
Unajua, acha nikwambie.
Wife wanatafuta wife wako.
Wanatafuta wife. Shida ya wife, unajua acha nikwambie kitu kimoja. Na hii ni lazima wasichana pia waelewe. You know life, mambo na wasichana waelewe ya kwamba ukiwa na waelewe. There is that Biblia inasema submissive. It's biblical, it's spiritual. Like you should be submissive. Na mambo ya wife. Sasa sijui unajua sasa mimi for example it's a very difficult thing for me to marry, like for example. Kwa sababu number one, mademu wa siku hizi wanataka kukaa na wewe, wakae naye Nairobi, wakae na unajua sasa na mimi nataka akae ushago. Unajua
utaki akae naye Nairobi kwa nini?
Sasa Nairobi, sasa unajua Nairobi kuna mambo mengi. Sikaangi Nairobi. Siku moja hapa na mimi nataka mtu kama ndio mtu alikuwa anani advice leo, ukipata wamesema mwalimu upate banka. Banka kweli ako busy. Mtu mwenye ako busy asiniletee sasa stress yake. Kila akwe busy.
So what is responsibility?
Apate mwalimu alafu apate principal wa kumwekea assignment mingi.
So what comes to msichana ako busy tu.
Ako too busy because you see now wakiwa hivi sasa unajua kila anashika simu. Ana unajua kama mheshimiwa atakutumia message, anakutumia siji nini. Unaelewa? Lakini wewe mwenyewe unajijua, unajua how to control yourself, unajua you also have to.
So unasema sasa utakaa single forever ama utakuaje sasa?
Nilikuwa nimesema juzi, nilikuwa nimesema mambo ya wife, tulikuwa tumesema tutaoa bibi wawili, watatu. We'll marry 2-3 wives.
Na hiyo net worth yako, hiyo payslip unaona ikoaje, inaweza handle au wote watatu? Unajua wanawake pia ni expensive.
Hiyo ita handle tu. Unasema juu ya payslip yenye nilionyesha. Sasa unajua ile payslip. Unajua sasa, unajua mshahara, unajua sasa, unajua ukiwa kwa mheshimiwa, unajua mambo ni mengi. So unajua lazima pia uchukue vitu zingine, ikue kama maybe hao nini, vitu lazima things basic. Naelewa sasa sana the first time MP uko na hao, uko na nini, sasa mshahara. Then now you can survive na mambo ingine sasa.
Okay, Peter, it's so nice to speak to you. Any vile tu uko social media ndo uko tu live. Kuna psych kabisa, which is a good thing. Very quickly in a few seconds, what is your final message to your people and also to young people, because wanakufuata sana na wanakusikiza?
First of all, maybe I'll just talk about what is currently happening in Kenya. More so, we're talking about creating job opportunities in the country.
Yes.
What we're really looking for, we must understand, like we have been having blackouts every now and then. We need, there are things, the factors that needs to be taken care of. Number one factor, we need to have the cost of electricity. The cost of electricity in Kenya is very high. And that is why you find like we need to work on that project that is started long time ago, called nuclear power, so that we can have enough power and so that we can bring more manufacturers in the country, so that we can create more job opportunities within here and in the country. And also because it's always good to work at home, because we need also to ask ourselves as a country, as much as we are talking about exporting job opportunities to increase the remittance, but we also need to look at other countries that have created job opportunities within their countries, like Dubai and others. What can we do so that we can bring in, and those are the things, like even what I'm doing in my constituency. And I'm trying to create even job opportunities within our limit. And it's something that should be embraced by the government, so that we can create the many people every year that are coming on the job market, like those who are completing the university. We need also to start looking at, apart from the ICT, can we also base on the manufacturing? That is something that I will also say. And then maybe for my people in my constituencies, that I really love you so much for the great opportunity you gave me as your leader. And I'm doing all my best to make sure that your kids are going to school, infrastructure in schools, the bridges, the roads, economy, and all those stuff. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It's been such a charm, having you in studio. But then it's Mother's Day, by the way.
Oh, really?
This weekend.
That's nice.
Yes.
So, tutaitreat aje. In fact, wacha nikwambie, wewe ndio mtu wa kwanza kupatiana maua in public hivi. Ni kwa sababu Kenyans have been really missing you so much.
Thank you.
And for your coming, you are now going to unite Kenya. Mnasikianga wewe ndio una unite Kenya.
Leo acha maneno yake.
Sasa wewe ndio una unite.
Maneno yake Kenya. Manze, but do something for your mom or a mom figure this weekend.
Yes.
Usimsahau.
Tutafanya kitu.
Mfanye kitu.
In fact, we can create a function for the mothers and celebrate them with them this weekend. Now, because tomorrow I'll be in the constituency.
Surprise a few mothers there.
Yes.
Asante.
Thank you so much.
It is so good to talk to you today. Thank you so much. Appreciating your time, the flowers, the chocolate, and the note. Nitajua sasa vile nitafanya.
Asante sana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Asante.
Haya. Kwani kuna haraka? All right. Thank you so much.
Sawa.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Honorable Peter Salasa, Member of Parliament, Mumias East. So let me tell you something very interesting, guys. This This night, we're going to be introducing to you a very amazing segment, a very nice segment. And I'm just so thrilled to have this little girl. So this segment is called What It Takes, and it's all about giving you an opportunity. Literally, any Kenyan can come to my set and share it with me. And tonight, I'm starting with the lovely lady, Sheila Nyambura. How are you?
I'm fine.
Sauti iko wapi? How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, give me a high five. Are you happy to be here?
Yes.
So guys, let me tell you, so Sheila Nyambura, I've actually found her on my Instagram feed. She is a content creator. Yes. You want to tell people what you do? Hata unaweza Kiswahili ni sawa.
Nafanyanga content creator na Okis Dungamawe.
No, because so confident, so kweli.
Yes.
So I found her on my Instagram and I was just like, my goodness, I have to have this little girl as my guest anchor on our segment, What It Takes. And like I mentioned, anybody can actually come and sit here. So if you know, maybe your mother, your grandmother, maybe your daughter, your son has always wanted to be a news anchor, has always wanted the opportunity to come in a studio like this, you can actually talk to us through our hashtag This Friday with Betsy or TV47 News, and we'll be able to bring them here. And they can actually have this studio experience as they hope to actually be news anchors in the future. All right. Sasa nataka tusome news. Utaweza? Yes. Utaweza? Go for it. Don't worry. Niko hapa sawa? Okay. So this girl is so confident, guys. You should follow the page. I'm going to put it on my social media. Follow her, encourage her, subscribe to her channel, watch her videos. Yeah. And I want to give you the opportunity right now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
Kenya's plan to plant 15 billion trees into 1 year seems to be taking shape as the county embarks on planting more trees in different parts of the counties on Friday, following President William Ruto's announcement that May 10 be a public holiday for Kenyans to plant trees, as Chichi Josephine now tells us.
You did it! Oh my goodness, you did it! Good job! How are you feeling about that?
Feeling good.
Umetaka kuwa news anchor ama a journalist?
Yes.
Niambie unasoma uko which class, which school?
My name is Sheila. I learn in Panuzi Joyous Academy. I am in grade 4. I'm 9 years old. In our school we have clubs, 10 clubs. Even there is doing like this.
Like what?
Like you.
Oh, like me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, journalism.
Yes.
That's really nice. So are you part of that club?
No.
Okay, which club are you part of?
Music and Scouts.
Oh, lovely. Oh my goodness. It's so good to have met you, and I will follow you, and I will tell my followers to follow you, okay? And anytime you want to come to the studio, you just tell me, okay?
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Sheila Nyambura. She's done such a good job. I'm like clapping for her, and I'm going to put her on my social media. Please do follow her, and let's support her to be that news anchor. All right? High five again. There you go. All right, so we take a short commercial break. We're coming back with Willis, the Queen's language master. We can't wait to hear from him tonight. Don't go away.
Introducing the whole new TV47.digital, a brand new way to immersive experience to news and entertainment. Enjoy uninterrupted live streaming of your favorite programs on TV47 and Radio 47 on the go with our new mobile-friendly website. Experience the future of broadcasting. Visit www.tv47.digital or scan this QR code and stream your way to endless news and entertainment. Welcome to the home of untold stories. It is time for the Kuza ICT Awards and we need your support. TV47, your home of untold stories, has been bringing you shows that you love and stories that you care about. Make TV47 Kenya's TV station of the year. The power is in your hands. Vote for TV47 in this year's Kuza ICT Awards in the People's Choice Awards category. Just SMS the word Kuza to 15601 and select TV47. Let's do this together. Vote TV47 in the People's Choice Awards and let's keep the great stories coming. TV47, the home of untold stories.
Normally I start with the profile, the front Nasiguzangi emblem. By now I know it's a van because of how it stands. And of course hii ni ya kuvuta mlango hii. And then yeah, so this is a Toyota.
This is a Toyota, yeah?
7L.
I don't even know whether it's true. I just know it's a Toyota 7L or not. I don't know.
There's a time for everything. When I report to work, it's work. During weekends. Attitude.
You better catch up this episode this Saturday on TV47. That is Beyond the Limits. As always, 8 p.m. on Saturday. Make it a date.
Welcome to season 2 of Love in the Wild. Hiyo ni nduru ya bwana yangu ama ya Bones? Oh my God! What's that? We're almost done, Mama. We're almost done. I know we're done. No! Oh my God! I'm falling.
This is something totally new that I'm doing, but I want to let you know that season 2 of Love in the Wild is something you are not ready for.
Hii story ya ma-DJs, mbona kama sisi watu wa maana?
Watu wakiona ma-DJ, unafikiria he can't settle down, he can't put his family together, he can't do 1, 2, 3.
And welcome back to This Friday with Betsy right here on TV47. Thank you so much for all the feedback. I'm just looking at our WhatsApp number. It's been running through the screen. And I just want to just take a few messages here. Welcome, Betsy. I love everything in TV47. You're saying that now everything is running smoothly. I appreciate that. Somebody here, Steven Osumba, you're saying you love the show. I can see somebody here. Kwehu, you're saying, I'm enjoying the show. Mwesh made my night. I think Mwesh made all our nights, like just from, his conversation and everything that he was just talking about during our conversation. All right, nice to see this popular MP back on our beloved TV show. And you're saying PK is currently the best performing MP according to Infotrack. I'm sure he's heard that. Thank you so much. There are so many, but I really appreciate every one of them. So on the show still, we have, a really amazing segment where we'll be taking a look at the biggest trends of the week. And I'm here with a lovely lady called Gashambi. How are you?
Drum roll.
You look so good tonight.
You as well, Betty. You as well.
You look really, really nice.
Thank you.
We look really good tonight.
We do.
So you've been looking at the trends. Tell us
I have
about
been looking
that.
at the trends, Betty.
Yes.
And I think we can start with you coming back.
I mean,
this was news. You broke the internet. I was posting something over the past 1 week, and everyone will tell me, Sawa, you look nice, but we're waiting for Betty.
Well, it's been pressure, but good pressure. But yeah, I'm so happy to be back. And it's been 4 years, but as I was saying earlier, it feels like I just took a long leave and now I'm back to the screen. But it feels like home. And then you guys have been so nice with the welcome back. TV47 guys, I'm at home with them. Very warm people.
Karibu sana.
Right.
Let me welcome you officially on air.
Thank you so much.
Tell us maybe, what have you been doing?
I've been doing a lot. Obviously, if you follow me on social media, there's so much that has been happening.
We saw you try out
business-wise.
We saw you become a content creator. I was such a huge fan. At 143,000 subscribers, you had us, and then you stopped posting.
I'll go back. Let people just watch This Friday with Bessie on TV47. I think that's an easier way to go.
And then you became a reality TV show.
Yeah, we did that. But you know what? I feel like I need a separate interview to kind of just talk about everything, because it feels weird talking about myself like that so much. But thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. And we have another trend. Tell us about the other person who was trending, because we don't have so much time. Willis is eager to come and
You really do not want to talk to us about yourself, eh?
Yes.
Eliud Kipchoge, we saw him get so emotional and cry over cyberbullying.
Right.
And he actually described that period. Okay, so for those who don't know context, when Kevin Kiptum died, the marathoner, Eliud was blamed for his death. People were insinuating that, he caused the death. And he says that was a very painful time for him and his family. And it broke me to see, a man who's a dad and a
hero.
And a hero. No, for real,
a
breakdown like that because of pain we caused him on social media.
And that's the truth about... Sorry.
Yeah.
And that's the truth about social media. There's a very good side to it, but there's also a very dark side to it. And especially if you're, somebody who's out there, people will love you today and they will not love you tomorrow. So it's just the truth and the reality.
Yeah.
But, I hope he heals, and I hope that, he's going to get out of it, because we love Eliud Kipchoge. We do love him.
We do.
All right.
He's a hero for sure. And people ask, how do you deal with trolls? I think people ask that all the time, people getting into the social media space.
Well, you never learn how to deal with them, but pole too, you will know how to, to go about it.
I don't know, sometimes I see your clap back and it seems as if you figured it out.
So Gashambi, so we ran out of time. I think we had such a long and nice conversation with Mheshimiwa.
Okay.
But you know what, I can't wait to see next week what we're going to be talking about, all the trends. And thank you so much for coming on set.
Thank you
see
so much
again
for having me.
next Friday.
Next Friday.
Thank you so much. All right, so guys, we want to go now straight to Willis, the master of the Queen's language. I'm sure you've been waiting for him. The moment is here. All right, it's now time for Willis, the master of the Queen's language, guys. And you know what? It's a moment that we've been, waiting for. I told you earlier on that it's actually 6 years since Willis and I were on air together. How, crazy is that? But tonight, we reunite here in TV47 for, the show. And Willis, it's so good to see you, like I said earlier. I mean, what have you been up to very quickly before we get into it? That
well,
laugh.
Betty, there is a lot that I'm doing. As you are aware, I do a lot of research on matters of English, especially when it comes to pronunciation. I have also decided to extend it now to seriously on spelling, punctuations, and also the very, very important element of a language, and that is grammar. Otherwise, I'm very happy to be back on the screen with you, Betty. How have you been?
I've been great, Willis. I mean, it has been 4 years. A lot has happened. I've done so many things. But you know what, like I said earlier, this is my favorite stage, and I'm just so glad to be here and to be back on air with you. People were saying, Betty must have convinced you to come on the show. Well, there's some truth to that.
No. Betty, sometimes you reach a point and you feel, okay, I'm going this direction, and then from the blues, somebody just comes and tells you, well, how are you? Can I say something small to you? And that is exactly what changed everything. And when I realized that you're getting back to the screen, I said, why not? And that is how it's now this Friday with Betty on TV47. And I'm proud of it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Willis. I appreciate you coming. It's going to be a great ride. Now, let's get straight into it, Willis. So the first word, talk to us about the first word. I don't want to say because earlier you were so, cutthroat about it's not Peter, it's Peter. I don't even know which is which. So talk to us about the first word, Willis. Torrential.
No, it happens. Now, can you say the word?
Torrential, is that so? You want me to spell the word?
Betty, let me say this as I go straight to the guidance. Because I've already caught what you're talking about. You're talking about, when we use it to describe rain, it's about, large amounts that are falling.
Yes.
So, in this case, you say torrential.
Okay.
Torrential. Just like you say potential, confidential.
Okay.
So what we should avoid is Sheol. Sheol, we don't have that glide. The vowel glide is not there. You just say shall. Shall for the terminal, that is the ending part of that word. Okay. Torrential.
Torrential. Got it, Willis. I've really missed this segment because the people are mispronouncing everything these days. So we're glad that we're back on air. All right, let me ask the graphics to come for the next word. Let's just see which word that is. All right. The next one is meteorologist. What is that word, Willis?
Oh, that's a very relevant word for this season or this time, Betty, because of the floods that we have. But before I can tell those who are keen on good English how to pronounce that word, let me explain something. I hear many people saying or say, floods wreak havoc. Floods cannot wreak havoc. What you say in that statement or expression is floods damage havoc or floods damage destruction, which is vague. You say floods wreak havoc, cause havoc. So after that, let's go straight now to the word of interest. That is meteorological. Meteorological. We should not talk of meteorological department when we are talking about matters of weather.
Right.
To study the atmosphere for weather forecast, you have to talk of meteorology. Meteorological, not meteorological. Meteorology is the scientific study of measurement, not weather.
Okay, got it. So what about the person who studies it? So it's meteorologist.
Yes, you say meteor, then you have the stress. Meteorologist.
Okay, got it, Willis. All right, let's move on to the, those two words actually are words that we've been talking about because of, this floods, in the country. So it's good that you've, put that aside. So let's go to the next one. Question, which is which?
Oh.
Congestion.
You've got them right. Because what really confuses people is the terminal or the ending parts of those words. Now, many people, Betty, innocently say congestion.
Right.
Congestion, no. We should avoid that. You say congestion, gestion.
Okay.
Congestion, digestion, question, suggestion. Let us avoid saying shon at the end of that word. That letter sequence, S-T-I-O-N, takes the sounding Schon. Schon, not shon.
Okay, congestion. There we go. Now we know, Willis. All right, going to the next word is brew, brewery, brew. Which is which, Willis?
I want to be a bit systematic when it comes to this because of what we call word inflection. That is the change of the forms of words for grammatical function. Now, the first word, you say brew, brew, not brew.
Okay.
Then bruise, illicit bruise, not brews. Brewing, brewing, not brewing. Then brood, brood, brewery, brewery, and finally breweries. So what we should avoid is saying brew. Brew, no.
Okay. So it's, okay, got it, Willis. So the next one is, do we say lounge, like a lounge in the airport? Do you say lounge, lounge? That's also one of the words that, gives people problems.
Yes. Now, Betty, thank you for bringing that word because many people innocently say lounge. I was at the lounge. I saw him or her at the lounge. Please, let us avoid saying lounge. It's lounge.
Lounge.
Lounge. There is what we call a diphthong, or diphthong if you like, and that is the glide on two vowel sounds. Ow. Lounge, not lounge.
Okay, got it. That one you always just hear people saying the wrong thing. All right, what about this next word is, let's just see that. This word, conscience, conscience, what is that word, Willis?
Oh, a common one. Betty, we have the word science. Science, but this specific word has no relationship with science. You say conscience. Conscience. We have science, but don't say conscience. Conscience is the most common mispronunciation of that word, especially in careers of serious communication. We should avoid saying conscience because somebody who is in the know may not understand what exactly you are saying. You say conscience.
Conscience. Conscience it is, Willis. Wow, thank you so much, Willis. Those are, one of our first group of words. I love that. But, just as we wrap up, talk to me about the name Peter. We had Honorable Peter Salasa earlier. So talk to me, what did you say, Peter and Peter? Which is which?
So if you realized what I did, I first used the sounding that is common and you also used it in there. In the studio or in the studio. You can say studio, you can also say studio. But now, you say Peter, Peter. There is that name P-E-T-E, you say Pete, Pete.
Okay.
Then when you have P-E-T-E-R, you say Peter. That is in English. But locally we find ourselves saying Peter, maybe because we're used to the word which is in Kiswahili or Swahili for that matter, that is Peter, Peter Hapa. So when we get the name, we also find ourselves saying Peter instead of Peter. Do you get it right, Betty?
I will. It's just example of yours, but Peter Hapa. Okay, I've gotten it. Okay, let me give you a final one.
Yes.
So there's this word. I don't want to pronounce it because I don't want to get it wrong. So it's A-W-R-Y.
A-W-R-Y-O. You say, alright. When things go wrong, Betty, don't say things went ori.
Ori.
Ori, no. You say, alright. Things went alright for that team.
All right. Okay. I think that's a nice one. So it's not things went ori. No, it's all right.
Yes.
All right. Willis, my goodness, that was our first, show back on TV together. I really appreciate it. And now you're coming to us from Kisii County, and I hope you've been keeping well. So I guess we're going to be seeing you a lot every Friday on This Friday with Betty here in our new home, Willis, TV 47. Your parting words, Willis, as we wind up.
What I can tell everybody who is viewing, because I also got excited today when I saw the kind of interest or anxiety that people had when they were waiting for this program, and also the words that I got and messages about this segment. By the way, Betty, if you'll allow me very fast, let me give them something here. People were really keen on this word, and this word, which refers to the particular type or style of music, art, or literature. Don't say genre. Don't say Gina, you say genre. Genre.
Okay.
Genre, a very tricky word from French when you talk about the particular type or style of music and any other thing. But Betty, my word to the people.
Yes, please.
Let them also expect that part where we bring words and people try or test their tongues on the street.
Okay.
Apart from surprise word, but keep it up because I'm available now from Kisii. You know, Kisii is like my permanent home and the community itself are my in-laws. Betty, I have to share that one with you today.
Oh, that's some information there. I know you're a very private person, but it's good to know. It's good to know. All right, Willis, it was so lovely having you, with us tonight. I'm looking forward to all the other Fridays we'll be together here on TV 47. Thank you so much. And you look great. And you haven't changed even one single bit, honestly speaking.
Even my cameraman, my very, very unique cameraman, because he's done a wonderful work, that is Alfayo Combo, he has also asked me the same question. What is the secret? I told him, you just relax and understand yourself, and if possible, love every fellow human being in this world, treat everybody fairly, squarely, and just love what you do.
Okay.
That is what makes Willis.
Love that, love that, love that. Thank you so much, Willis. Good night. See you again next week. And we'll be talking, throughout the week to prepare a great show for our viewers. All right, that is Willis, the word master. All right, that was one great show. I mean, it's 1 hour, 30 minutes already. Oh my goodness. I hope you really enjoyed everything, the conversation with, of course, our MP, Peter Salasa. Of course, that little girl, she was so impressive, Sheila. And I wish her all the best. And I'll ask you to follow her on her social media to just see what the good things she's doing. Thank you so much for all my goodness, the feedback is overwhelming. And I'm just... How did you guys get in there? Oh my goodness, okay. Guys, the feedback can wait. This is so lovely. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow, thank you so much.
We are really excited that you're back on air.
Wow.
Yeah, we actually missed you a lot.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and so we thought, why not say congratulations and welcome back, Betty.
Thank you so much. Guys, this cake looks so delicious. Like, honestly, today it has just been a lot of gifts from the flowers to the chocolate.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cake City. I can see you. Thank you so much. I mean, I can't do this alone. I mean, where's Gashambi? Even Hesh, please come to Katikeki. I'm happy that you're still here. Yeah, let's have, Yeah, Sheila, come. Let's cut the cake together. Thank you so much. Look at that. Hesh, unaniyo keki inakaje? Iko fiti, si ndio? Come. Hey! come here.
People sing happy birthday. Now what do we sing?
No. Okay, fine. Let me come over here. All right. So, my goodness, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What are the implications of making about hii keki?
Sasa hii keki
Na wewe shinyo lako unatengeneza happy birthday. Ama tumenya kuamka tu kama umeenda.
Nifanya aje?
Hii ni kuamka kama umeenda. Hakuna kitu kingine.
Hii inakuanga tu hivyo. Venye tu iko hivyo ndio venye iko. So hii keki iko na manifestation mingi sana.
Amen.
Wacha niseme kama wale wamama wa nyumbani. Wanasemanga ati iko na sijui na nini. Nimeona hapa iko na vitu mingi. Iko na sukari, iko na matunda. Sasa hii keki hii from where I sit. From where niliwaambia tutakuwa mzuri sana kwa kizungu inaenda kupanda kwa sababu station imesharudi. Sasa hii keki hii inaenda kuleta furaha sana kwako. First of all, it is a presentation from Kenyans. Because many Kenyans, by the way, have just posted and every Kenyan is saying, oh my goodness, we have been missing her. I think this is where you belong, by the way.
Yeah, TV47.
TV47.
For sure. I think I was lost to call nini nikarudi nyumbani.
Yeah, but this is now your time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
There you go. Aya, basi tushike. Aya. Shila come. Aya, mhe tushike.
Oh, nishike sasa.
Gashambi sisi tujaribu tushike. There you go.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Happy to see you.
Thank you so much.
Happy to meet you.
Usikate kama ugali nyingi All right. So guys, oh my goodness, thank you so much for making this show. Thank you, Cake City. Thank you, Sheila. And Mhesh. Let me appreciate.
Sana.
Okay, Lea. Hapo sasa. Asante sana. Okay. Wacha naanza na Sheila. Acha nikapa hivi. Aya. There you go. Asante. Okay. Crew ni wengi. And thank you so much to the crew for doing such a good job.
Wow.
Oh my God. Okay. Where
you were supposed to sample.
All right. Okay, guys. I really appreciate. Nitakula tu nivile sipendangi kula mbele ya wasee sababu keki inaweza. All right. So thank you so much for everything that you've done. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to all my viewers. I really appreciate the love, the welcome back messages. It has been such an overwhelming show because of joy and happiness and excitement and adrenaline. So I really appreciate it. The beautiful crew that are behind the scenes. You guys have done a good job. Congratulations. And my very able director, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for making this an easy process. The newsroom, Asharia, Joan, all of you guys, Bahati. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Aya basi. Okay.